Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about bulking and cutting, right? I'm going to use this beautiful opportunity. I'm outside, so we're going to do this, call it journey video if you want. But first of all, I'm very grateful to your response to my recent videos, for all you who have subscribed, commented and liked my videos. And thank you very much for that. Also for the people who are first time on my YouTube channel and listening to me. I'm Dr. Nash Jocic, bodybuilding champion, somebody who spent in bodybuilding industry over 40 years. I competed 46 times around the globe and I won 17 competitions. During the same time, I managed to train and personally supervise over 3,000 clients and also publish 8 books for you, which are all available on my website, nashfittraining.com, on the page shop. So those ebooks are all there waiting for you, full of detailed explanation covering muscle growth, fat loss, lifestyle change, nutrition, and obviously competitive bodybuilding. So if you are interested to expand your knowledge and widen your horizons in those areas, please visit my website. You will greatly benefit from my ebooks. Now let's talk about bulking and cutting, right? So as most of you know, bulking is a typical phrase used in bodybuilding that suggests off-season treatment, which means in the off-season most of the people like to bulk up, meaning they become bigger, right? So that will mean they will eat more, they will probably train less, be less active as well in order to put on weight, or again to bulk up. So what that bulking up means really. So when you have somebody who is in great shape, maybe after the competition, and he weighs 200 pounds, 90 kgs, and then you see the same guy in 2-3 weeks, and now he is 240 pounds or 120 kgs. This is something that is unexplainable, is very bad, and it happens all the time. So you see people, their faces double, their belly just starts sticking out, but they are bulking now. So let me explain something to you. Getting bigger and heavier on the scale has nothing to do with you increasing lean muscle tissue. Because to increase lean muscle tissue for 4 or 5 pounds a year will be fantastic results. So why would you go 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds up in weight? What you're going to increase, especially that happens in 2, 3 or 4 weeks after the show. You will increase the proportion of body fat and water retention, and this is how you can bulk quickly up. There is no way that you can put 40, 50 pounds of muscle in a few weeks. It's absolutely ridiculous. So why would you do that? Just because you feel good? You feel good to be heavy, you feel good to run out of breath, you feel good to eat like there is no tomorrow. Is this the reason? Why is that approved? Well, I don't agree with that. I completely disagree with that, and I want to argue against that in this video. So not only is that very detrimental for your next competition or for your next attempt to get in shape, but it's also very bad for your health. You don't want to put that much unnecessary weight, especially if that weight is all made of fat and water retention. Because when you get to the point and decide that you want to get in shape, you will understand very well what I just explained to you in this video. You will remember that. It's going to be very difficult to get rid of 40, 50 pounds of weight and get in your ideal shape. I'll tell you my story. My first few years of competitive bodybuilding, I was also the victim of the same belief, right? I thought that in the off-season I had to bulk up, I had to get stronger in order to get bigger, and I did it religiously. So I would go up to 120, 122 kgs in the off-season. And then I would struggle to cut down to 100 kgs, which was my competitive weight. So year after year, season after season, I kept doing that. And what happened, I couldn't get in the shape that I wanted. I would struggle to go down to 98 or 100, but I wasn't in the wanted shape. So I couldn't get shredded. Now, I realized that something is wrong. So I think it was in 1988 when I visited my friend in Vienna, in Austria, that I met Mike Christian. Mike Christian is a legendary bodybuilder competing on Olympia, and it was really an honor to meet that guy. And I spoke to him, and I saw him. He wasn't as big as I remember him from Olympia, but he was in an amazing shape. So he said to me, look, I'm not as big now as I will be in 6 months' time, but what is most important is that now in the off season, I don't get fat. And that resonated in me for years and years to come, and even now. So he said, I want to be lean in the off season. I don't want to get fat. And I said, Mike, why is it so important to stay lean? He said, Nash, because when I get ready for the show, all the weight that I'm going to put is going to be lean muscle. That will immediately make me so shredded, because the body percentage, the fat percentage of body composition will change in favor of muscle tissue, that I'm going to end up getting bigger and leaner at the same time without struggling to cut down the food in order to get shredded. So it sounded too good to be true, and I just couldn't believe at the first moment what he said. But that year, I tried to do the same thing. So in 1988, during the off season, I was 96 kgs. That never happened before, because before I would go to 120, because I enjoyed my food, I enjoyed being heavy, and enjoyed being strong, lifting all these huge weights. And if that was my main task, that would be justifiable. But my main task was to end up shredded on the stage with great proportions and win the shows. And that will never happen if I kept going the same way. Now that season, in the off season, I was 96 kgs. And then I stepped on the stage with 101. So from 96 in off season to 101 on the stage. And I was in the best shape of my life. And I obviously won that show. That was Nationals in Yugoslavia in 1988. So the story that I'm telling you is that you don't have to be too big and too strong and too bloated and bulky in the off season. This is just an excuse. Is an excuse for all these lazy people who don't take care of their diet and their training and their activities throughout the year. They get fat in the off season, and then they get lean for the show, and then they get fat again. No, I want you to be lean and good looking 12 months of the year, because this game is all about lifestyle. So it's not about just show here and there a few times in your life, and then you end up being 120, 130 kg, obviously fat and obese for the rest of your life. That's a disaster. But it is a habit that will develop if you keep going, bulking and cutting season after season. So my advice to you is stay in shape as much as you can. If you train less, if you don't do any cardio in the off season or do a little bit, you need to eat less as well. You can't eat more, because usually before the show, people sometimes train twice per day. So this is 12 sessions per week. And this is very, very much. And if you eat certain amount of food, and then you stop doing that, and then in off season, you train 4 times per week instead of 12, and you eat maybe twice more than you were doing before the show, what are you going to get? You're going to get fat. And then you're going to justify that by saying, oh, I'm bulking. No, you're not bulking, you're just getting fat. And that's not good. First of all, it doesn't look good. Second, it's not healthy. And third problem is that you're going to really struggle to get in shape if you want to compete next time. So guys, I think I've sent the message to you. And you're going to think twice now when you enter your off season, or after the show, or in general, if you're just trying to keep bulking for the rest of your life, ending up fat. That is not good for you, right? That's period. Not good at all. So don't do that. Stay in shape, stay lean, try to be in shape so you can see your six-pack year round. That means that your body fat percentage will be around 10, 12, but that's not really, I'm not big in believer in numbers, but as long as you're lean and you can see your six pack, you're doing well. You're gonna look great for 12 months. So this game is not about looking good for 1 month and then being fat for rest of the year or rest of your life. This is being in great shape, healthy and energetic 12 months per year for the rest of your life. So I hope you've got a message, and if you enjoy this video, please like the video and subscribe if you didn't, and also send me your comments, because I answer most of the questions that you send, and also I like you to discuss between yourselves. And for the ones again who are more interested in expanding their knowledge and widening their horizons, the subjects of fat loss, muscle building, nutrition, lifestyle change, please visit my website and nashfittraining.com. On the page shop, you will find 8 ebooks published for you that will help you dramatically understand what this game is all about. So thank you very much for tuning in again, and I shall see you in the next video.